What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Fable Joey, and I am back with another video today, here to give you guys some tips for Monster Hunter. Now, this isn't tips just exclusive for Monster Hunter Generations. They can typically be for all Monster Hunter games, but I do talk about some things that are exclusive to Monster Hunter Generations. Just a little warning there. Also, I'm not a pro, alright? I just know how to play. Okay, I consider myself decent enough to make a list like this. And for those of you who are struggling, hopefully I can help you out. And if I can't, whoops, sorry. But let's get right into this. I'm super excited to tell you guys at least how I've gotten better, and hopefully I can share some knowledge. Alrighty guys, tip number 1. This is kind of a weird tip, but I think it helps so much. Find a group that you can consistently play Monster Hunter with. One of the most annoying things about playing Monster Hunter without friends is that it takes so long to find people online to play with. Sometimes you'll be waiting to start a quest for a good 35 minutes. Sometimes you're just sitting in a room just waiting for someone to join you. So if you can find a group of friends who have a Switch, or if they have this Monster Hunter game you have, that is excellent, because then they can play with you and you can coordinate things together so you can talk to each other actually, because it doesn't have, the group chat thingy. But it's always super helpful if you have friends who play the game too, so you don't have to spend your time messing with people online. And it's also really helpful because, like I said, it's just more fun to communicate with people through talking than using the little keyboard and talking to them after the match is over. So trust me, it is so much easier. So find a consistent group that plays Monster Hunter and join up with them, because it's more fun and you can get into quests a lot faster, which just makes the game better overall. Alrighty guys, this is a small tip, and this is super hypocritical of me because the tip that I'm about to tell you is something that I have right now, but that's exactly why I'm telling you about it, because it sucks. Try as hard as possible not to use mixed armors. I have a mixed armor right now, and my defense is incredibly low. So try your best to, there's some mixed armor sets that totally work out, but try your best to get armor sets that are just exclusive to one monster and build your whole armor around that. Because if you have all these mixed sets, your defense is so low, you could honestly probably wear the starting gear sometimes and upgrade that more than you could just wearing mixed sets of high monsters. So try your best to get a good armor set that you like, that maybe looks cool, and try to use that, because trust me, I have been using mixed armor sets, and it just not only does it not look good, it just looks not appealing. You look really stupid. Not that, but your defense is incredibly low. So I need to work on that too, but that's exactly why I'm putting it on this list, is because you need a full armor set if you really want high defense. So there's a small tip, but a good one. So here's just another really small tip, and it's kind of like with both of those, not only to find a group that you can play with, but find some people who might actually be better than you, because you can learn from them, and that is exactly what I've done. I have many people who I play Monster Hunter with who are much better than me, and it's awesome to get tips from them. And if there's people that you don't know, that's even cooler, because you can talk to them, and they can help you out with things that you may or may not have known. And that's just awesome. So try to play with people who are better than you so that can help you out. It's always fun to play with people who just got the game and they've never tried it before, and maybe you're the one helping out people, but it's always good to give them a helping hand if they don't know what's going on, or maybe say, hey, use a different weapon. This monster's not going to be very good if you're using that weapon. But yeah, just try to play with people who are more experienced than you, at least every once in a while, so you can get better from them. Here is another tip. This one's kind of small too, but I think it is insanely important. Play the solo story mode. It's super fun to play with people online. I've done it mostly too, but you want to play those village quests too. You want to do the story so you can get good on your own, because sometimes you're not going to be able to find a group to hunt with, and you need to do the original story to unlock exclusive and new armor sets and things like that. You need to do that. And it's also really fun to fight monsters on your own. Monster Hunter isn't always about multiplayer, so I think that it's best if you go give that a shot. And if you at least I got a tip from someone who's a lot more experienced than me. You should be going up with your hunter rank the same that you are with your village quests. So do the single player story mode at the same use of the multiplayer. So try to get as good as you are in the single player as you are with people in multiplayer. Try to get as far, and you'll just be better off in the long run. And you'll have more stuff and more experience, which is always great. Alrighty guys, so now here are some gameplay tips. These are the ones that you guys really came for. I talked about stuff that you need to be doing with the story and whatnot. Here's some gameplay tips, and the first one is learn how to dodge. I honestly think that dodging is one of the most important parts of any Monster Hunter game. You need to know how to dodge. If you're just getting smacked by everything left and right, I challenge you to go into a quest, try to learn how to dodge better, you know? Find a class that suits you where you can dodge. I think that you always should be able to dodge, because if you don't know how to dodge, you're just gonna end up dying all the time. And don't worry, I die too. Like, I faint a lot in the game, but it's always better to know how to dodge and find exclusive arts that help you dodge better. Like the Absolute Evasion, that's a perfect time for an extra dodge, but you always need to know how to dodge a monster, because honestly, I feel like dodging is half the battle. If you don't know how to dodge, it's just not going to help you, especially with fast monsters. Fast monsters, you need to know how to dodge. If you don't know how to dodge, you're screwed. Alrighty guys, so my next tip, I think this one's really important too. I'm going to challenge you to get better or get good with a lot of weapons. I'm going to say never stick to one weapon. Try other things. And that's because there's going to be some monsters that if you're exclusively using one weapon, say Lance, and you go to fight a monster, you're going to be like, whoa, that whooped me. And maybe you're just like, oh, well, I just did a bad job. But it might be the weapon. It is true that just some weapons aren't good fighting some monsters. Like, you can use a Charge Blade, obviously, and that's what I use too. But I feel like you should be able to switch it up a bit. Get good with other weapons, because sometimes just getting the best possible weapon, you know, is like the best thing for you. So if you can make some really powerful hammer, but you're not good with hammer, get good with hammer. Basically what I'm trying to say is get good with a lot of different weapons so you can fight many different monsters and not just have to use the same weapon. And this also adds into my next tip, try different hunter styles. Me, at least for all of Gen, I played Aerial and Adept, and that was it. I did not touch the other ones. But I'm going to say, try new styles. I started playing Valor, and Valor is excellent. I tried Alchemy out. I think that all the styles have something for the player, except for Striker. That's the only one that I don't really like, but there are some things that are okay about Striker, and if you have a couple of those that you want to comment, go ahead. But like I'm saying, just try different styles, because honestly, you might be better with some other styles, or you might have more fun playing with other styles. And guys, really all it comes down to, for me at least, is if you're having fun, use it. I mean, obviously having fun isn't the whole part, but I say that if you feel like you're having fun using a weapon, like if you want to play Aerial, it's not bad to play Aerial. Just try other styles, but if you have fun playing like an Aerial hammer and you want to do that, go for it. I say try what you want, and if you feel like you're good with it, then keep doing it. But I do think it's great to be good at multiple things, so try a lot of different weapons and try a lot of different styles. We got one tip left, so let's get right to that, and that is don't be embarrassed to faint. I've played a lot of Monster Hunter. A lot, okay? And I faint still. You know, I consider myself at least good. Like, you know, I know how to play, I know how to get through things, and I still faint. Don't, like, get mad at yourself, you know, for fainting, or don't feel embarrassed, like, when you go back in the chat, like, oh, I totally just, you know, ruined that quest. Don't be embarrassed to faint. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes there's a monster, like, when you're fighting it, who will only target you just for, like, maybe it's 30 seconds or something, and get some cheap hits in there. That happens to me all the time. So basically, never get embarrassed to faint. Just know that it happens to everyone, and just try to get back to the quest as soon as possible. My least favorite thing is when somebody faints and then they leave the room. Ugh, Monster Hunter fans know how annoying that is. I mean, sometimes they suck and you're better off without them, but sometimes you still need them, but they're embarrassed because they just died, so they leave the room. Don't do that. It's just stupid and childish. Guys, those are just a couple quick tips. Let's go through some of those again. Try to play with different armor sets. Try to get at least a full armor set. Try to stop playing with like mixed armors. Learn how to dodge. Dodging is honestly so much. Don't be embarrassed to faint. Use different styles. Use different weapons. But most of all, guys, have fun. Like I said, if you have fun playing a weapon but not a lot of people use it, maybe it's not that great, just have fun playing it, because it's not enjoyable if you're just going through it and not having fun. But I appreciate you guys watching this. I will be coming with more videos soon, hopefully. And there was my little Monster Hunter tip video for you guys. Hopefully you can use these and get better at the game. I've used these tips, and I feel like I've gotten better as well. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you like this to see more. I should be making more Monster Hunter videos. My Office Season 2 review is done. It's been filmed forever, so whenever that comes up, you'll have it, I guess. And I'll see you next time.